This is the plaintiff, Judith Quinn Francis. She says she hired the defendant to create a website for her company called SinglePetLover.com. There were all kinds of problems with the defendant and his internet abilities, so she faxed him, ending their agreement. He then turned around and stole her domain name, and she's ready to go to war and fight for the $5,000 he owes her. These are the defendants, Edison Guzman and his wife, Ada. Edison says he hosted and maintained the site for the plaintiff for 5 years. And when she was done, she canceled her domain name, and he took it because he liked it. He certainly doesn't owe the plaintiff anything because she didn't renew the name. And when you don't renew, it becomes public domain again. So, ha. They're accused of taking over domain on a domain name.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
And welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket. The plaintiff had a matchmaking service called Single Pet Lover, but when she took it online, she had no idea the defendant would steal her domain name. But the defendant says the plaintiff just abandoned the idea. It's the case of single white pet-loving female.
Thank you, Doug. It's Judith Quinn Francis.
Yes, hello.
You are suing Edison and Aida Guzman for $5,000 statutory maximum in your state for stealing your domain name.
Yes.
Tell me what happened.
Well, I have been in the single business since 1974.
And business is booming. What do you mean the
Video
single business?
dating.
Matchmaking?
Yes. First, I did it through the office. First, I had in-house personal interviews in an office. I had 4 of them. And a period came when I said, you know what, I have to go online. The web was
When did you first go into the matchmaking business?
In 1974.
Okay, and when did you decide you had to go online?
In 2003. And a neighbor and friend of mine knew Edison Guzman, and he was teaching web design, and he's an expert. He knows everything. I'm the big dummy. I know nothing about online anything. I don't type one finger. I'm done. So
maybe you should just go into another line of business.
I probably should have.
Okay.
So she said to me, let me introduce you to Edison. And I went with her into his office. And he's very, personable, engaging. He came across very professional. And I told him that I was going to go ahead with my idea of SinglePetLover.com.
Now tell me about that. What was your idea?
My idea was I had a lot of clients who had pets, family. And they'd say, I'm not giving up my cat for that guy. Forget about it, I'm not giving up the dog. I'm not this. So I said, hey, this is a great idea, The pets have to be compatible with the relationship as well. And that's how I got the idea to do the SinglePetLover.com.
So the idea being that people want to make sure that Fido likes the guy too, because I got to tell you, if I'm on a dating service, I don't know that I'm going to leave the screening up to Fido at that point, Like, I'm probably not meeting people on my own. I'm paying in order to meet people. I don't know if I want to add one more hurdle there and have my dog or my persnickety cat, but I think it's a cool idea. People who are, I don't want to use the word obsessed because it sounds bad, but people who are very much into their pets, they want to meet people who are also.
Exactly.
Okay, so go ahead.
Exactly. So the idea came to life when I met with Edison.
And then you agree with Edison that you were going to pay him how much to launch it?
$5,000.
And you did. And you did that in 2003?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And then what happened?
And $49.95 for hosting fee. So he got about $8,000 from me up until the point. Yeah.
All right. How long did you have the site open?
The site was open for 5 years.
Okay. And was it a moneymaker?
It was not a moneymaker. There were constant problems. There was always issues. Wrong pay plan. There was mistake after mistake after mistake. And I would always fax him over. I'd print it out.
You couldn't email him? You don't email?
No, I'm a faxer. And I would fax him, and we would speak to each other on the phone. The first
So
of all,
you would write out a note?
Yes.
And fax it?
And fax it. And he may not call me back for 2 months, but You have to understand, I tried to get other web hosting companies to take the site over. I was working on other things. It wasn't
And in fact, at one point, he tells you, feel free. You have no obligation to stay with me.
Yeah, because
but you don't get another company to do it.
No, because nobody could take the site over. They said they never saw such a mushmash in all their life. They said you need to start over again. Give it up. Start over again.
But you are suing him because, according to you, he stole your domain name.
Yes.
So I need you to explain to me that part of the case.
The domain name, of course I'm not giving it up. I gave him $8,000. I'm not giving up my domain name. He registered the domain name originally in my name.
The domain name is singlepetlovers.com.
Lover.
That's specifically that name. That's what we're talking about.
Singlepetlover.com.
Lover.com.
Yeah.
Okay.
He originally registered it in my name, but he made himself the administrator and technical support. By doing that, he could do whatever he wanted with that domain name. He could.
So behind your back, he just took it?
Yes. And he gave it to Ada Guzman.
He gave it to his wife?
Yes. He gave
That's
it.
awful.
He gave it to his wife.
Are those the facts of this case?
Absolutely not, Your Honor.
So the idea of getting two singles where you find pets that are compatible and you start a dating service and the whole thing. Good idea, stupid idea.
That's actually kind of creepy in my point.
Why?
Because, like, it's the pets, not the humans. It's more of a pet dating service than human.
Well, I'm not sure it's a pet dating service. What do you think, sir?
I think it's the wrong idea. Because I think it's the wrong idea
Because?
because you can steal the domain name from somebody.
I'm more interested in the pet thing, but I'm kind of agreeing with you. It's a little creepy going inside the courtroom.
We designed the website. She was very happy with it. 5 years later, everything's hunky-dory. She tells me that someone else is taking over the website, and she asked us to cancel the hosting account and the domain name.
She asked you to cancel it?
Yes. So.
Wait, she asked you to cancel the domain name?
Yes.
How? Through email?
She sent me handwritten notice
Okay,
through
I want to
fax.
see the handwritten note.
Sure.
Or you mean she faxed it?
Yes, she lived through fax, and
Let me see that. That's what I
Because-
need to see.
what happens is whenever someone wants to cancel their services with us, we need it in writing so that one day they won't take us to court and say, they never asked us to.
I have decided to stop the website and move on. Please do not renew my domain name,
Right.
singlepetlover.com, as of June 2009. Did you send this fax?
Yes, I did.
Did you neglect to mention that in this lawsuit?
Let me explain. I had 5 months left on my domain name was not due until October. I had
Well, then why do you send him anything? If it's not due until October, you're paid up until October, why send him anything?
Because he called me. We had spoken on the phone and he asked me to fax him and I did and I shouldn't have,
Okay,
but
so
I did.
you send, she sends you this, and what do? You run out and take it?
Yes.
No.
That's what he did.
No, but,
She owns it until October what?
exactly, until October 24th in this particular case.
Okay,
Because,
in this case.
Yeah.
Because that's when it would register. Stop. So on October 24th at 12:01, you take the domain name?
Exactly. In October 24th, when it was about to expire and someone else was going to grab it, we decided to grab it because she did not. What happened was she asked us to cancel the hosting and domain name.
Right.
So I emailed her saying, if you ask us to cancel the domain name, anyone else can grab that domain name. That's just the rules. That's the law.
Okay, you sent her an email that said that.
Yes, and
May
then
I see that
afterwards,
email?
Sure.
Did he send you an email that said that?
That night when I got home from work, yes, he did. And I faxed him and called him immediately.
Why don't you just respond?
I'll tell you
Why
what.
don't you ever send emails out?
I want to tell you.
Do you ever send emails?
Yes.
So why
But
wouldn't you just respond
It
to
wasn't.
this?
His email was not working, Your Honor.
But see,
this is
if you
proof.
responded, you'd be able to show me that you responded. It has nothing
But
to do with whether
I-
he receives it.
I sent him faxes. I sent him 2 letters.
You send her, Judith, per our earlier conversation, your written request, your hosting and domain name will be canceled. I'll be creating a backup copy, blah, blah, blah. As I mentioned to you over the phone, once your hosting account is terminated, no one will have access to your website. Furthermore, giving up your domain name as of June 1st will make it available for anyone to take ownership since you've canceled it. Thanks for your patronage. Let me know if you need anything else.
When I got that email that night, I faxed him immediately that I was not canceling my domain name.
Let me see that. That's what I need to see.
I would love to see that, Your Honor.
Okay, this is a letter that is written up by you? Where's the proof that he received this and that you didn't just cook this up when you filed your lawsuit, when you found out he took your domain
Well,
name?
I have been faxing him all along. I mean, I faxed him.
Yeah, but when I fax something, there's a proof of fax. Where's the proof of fax?
I don't have any proof of fax. I mean, I didn't save a lot of paper. You know, it comes out of the machine. We throw it out. I mean, it's not, you know, I didn't know this is going to happen. But look, I faxed him.
Okay, but you understand why a judge might have a problem with this, right?
Yes, but
because you might be, what might have happened is you tell him, cancel my domain name. He waits until, I don't know why, are you making money?
On the site, no.
Right, so I don't know why we're even fighting about this, but apparently you tell him, see, this is what I got to worry about. I got to worry that you told him, cancel my domain name, and then all these months pass, and then sometime later you find out that he took the name, and then when you find out he took the name, you say, oh my gosh, that seems sleazy, because he was working for me, and he stole my idea. And then you, all of a sudden, since you made a mistake, you cover your tracks by writing these 2 letters. I got to make sure you didn't do that. You see how a judge might worry about that? Because I work in proof. I deal in proof. So this is why a simple, instead of a bunch of letters getting faxed out in response to an email, a simple reply, Edison, never mind, I said the wrong thing, send, would prove that you had in fact not meant to say what you said and that he is sleazy and stole your name. Well, but when I don't see that, and I see instead just a letter you wrote, which you could have written any time, we've got a problem.
I'm going to tell.
No, I'm sorry. I find that Mr. and Ms. Guzman did not steal the name. That they took it when it was up for grabs, and that you knew or should have known because he spelled it right out there in an email to you that it would be up for grabs if you didn't renew it. Nothing prevented you from renewing it. You didn't renew it, and it's up for grabs on the 24th. My verdict in this case is for the defendants.
All right, just hold on right there.
All right, let's see what the plaintiff has to say coming out of the courtroom. A nice smile on her face, and you look like you're in a good mood after losing this case.
Well, I didn't show all the evidence, and be aware that if you do have a website, you should register your own name. Don't let anyone register your name for you because this could happen. And he did steal my domain name.
All right. So what do you do now? Where do you go from here?
And I'll go on. I mean, what am I going to do? It's a great idea.
Yeah.
And I'll use it in another way. And beware of the advertising.
All right, I will. All right. Right around the corner. All right, that's the best mood for a loser that I think I've ever seen in here. All right, come on in here. Did you steal her domain name? She stole her domain name.
Absolutely not.
That's what she's saying.
Absolutely not.
She said it over and over in there, and she's still saying it out here.
No, she's absolutely wrong, and the judge found in our favor, so that clearly states that.
Okay, why did you want that domain name so much?
It sounds like a pretty good idea, and now that we actually went through this, I think I'm going to actually apply myself and make that big.
You're going to apply yourself?
Sure, singlepetlovers.com. Well, singlepetlover.com, actually. I'm going to see if I can make something of that now.
Over to Harvey.
Okay, when you're in negotiations with a business, it's a good idea to create an email chain as the negotiations go along. That way you have a record of who said what, who agreed to what, and if there's a problem, you can have a record to show the judge. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.